there, my name is Oldjohn-Tsindi, and today we're going to learn on how to get a new sex life. A new and an exciting sex life. All right, so guys, I didn't want to publicly talk about sex because sex is private, it's sacred, but it has been a topic in my mind because of what I have spoken about in my previous video, the experience that I had with sex in marriage, and what I have heard other people saying about sex. So most married people are sexually frustrated, and most people who are not married, they say that I don't want to be married. Marriage, there's no sex in marriage. I want to have sex more outside of marriage, so this is what has been in my heart, and I think, how about I share my message with other people? So one of the things that we need to learn in order for us to have a good exciting sex life is that the belief about sex, we need to let go of the beliefs that we have about sex. For instance, before we got married, we were taught that sex before marriage is a sin. Okay, so we didn't publicly talk about sex because the church didn't want to come around as if they were encouraging people to have sex. So no one was talking about sex before we got married. Okay, now we are married and we are still struggling to talk about sex because no one has spoken about sex to us before. Just like the journey that I have been through, some of you may know it, that I was sexually abused when I was younger, and the reason why he got away with it is because I didn't even know what sex was. So even our children, we still find it hard for us to explain to our children what sex is. So we need to move away from sex is a sin to here sex is good. For me to be here as a human being, it's because of sex. For me to have children, it's because of sex. So sex is actually good. We are in marriage right now. Let go of what you have learned while you were not married to now what is or what can work for you right now. So you need to let go of your beliefs. Number 2 is to communicate with your partner. Communicate with your husband, communicate with your wife. People don't communicate. I wonder, why do we struggle communicating, opening our mouth and saying, baby, I don't like how you do it? And we spend years and years doing things that we don't like just because we want to satisfy someone, your partner, your wife, your husband. Learn to open your mouth and communicate with your partner and say, for instance, if you are that type of a person who says, my first round, I want it to be quick. All right, I want it to be quick. Then we can have another round where we can take longer, even if it's 1 hour, even if it's 45 minutes, but we can take longer. Talk to your partner. If your partner then doesn't like the fact that you want to make it quick, so you assure them that, okay, fine, let's make it quick, and then the second one, that's where you get to enjoy. You see, you opened your mouth and you spoke about your sexual need to your partner. I see a lot of married people are sexually frustrated, and some of the problems that we have in our marriage, it's because we are sexually frustrated. We don't open our mouth. We don't talk to our partners. We assume that this person must know because we have been married to them for 10 years now. And imagine doing something that you don't like for 10 years. For 10 years, guys, no. So open your mouth and speak to your partner about what you want. Don't assume they know because they are men, they should know how to satisfy a woman, or because they are women, they must know how to satisfy a man. No. Open your mouth and say, I am not the people that you met before in your life. If your partner was not a virgin before, before marriage, and open your mouth and say, you know what, I am not that person that, yeah, I understand. This is me. This is how I like it to be. Simple. You see how simple it is? You can talk to your person. It has been 10 years or how many years. You guys want to spend the rest of your lives together. So you need to be open to one another. If then you cannot solve it, then you need to go and see a coach, a therapist, somebody who can help you guys, get this thing done. All right. Then number 3 is the initiator. All right. Women feel like men must initiate sex, and men also feel like women must initiate sex, and people end up in a bed and waiting for the other person to initiate, and waiting, it's actually crazy. Husband is waiting for the wife to initiate sex, and the wife also is waiting for the husband to initiate sex. So they end up not having sex, and they end up weeks and months and years not having sex because they are waiting for somebody between them to initiate sex. What is that? That's nonsense. That is nonsense, guys. Initiate sex. Both men and women must play a role in this initiating thing. Both of us, men and women, we need sex. So both of us must initiate, If today you feel like, don't assume that, just by looking and saying, this one, today he doesn't want it, so let me just sleep. When you know that you want it, touch your person. Touch your person. Talk to them, do your magic, man. Don't be scared. It's your person. That's the person that you're going to spend the rest of your lives with. Whether he is moody on the day or she's moody, just decide that I'm going to touch her. I'm going to let go of whatever. If you see that, that just touching is not doing anything, offer a massage, and do your magic, guys. Just be free with your persons. Number 4, it's a routine. There are people who have sex on Monday and don't have sex on Tuesday, and at 9 o'clock we need to have sex. If it doesn't happen at 9 o'clock, then that's the end of us. We're not going to have sex today. Let go of that. That's boring. Imagine how most people feel on Monday when they have to go to work. Imagine you saying that every day at 9 o'clock you have to have sex. So it's boring. Ne? You don't look forward to having it. You don't look forward to knowing that maybe it might happen in a car. Maybe it might happen in a kitchen while I'm cooking. Maybe it might happen while I'm having a shower. So you see how boring it can be if you just know that it's at 9 o'clock and I have to be looking up and somebody must be No, guys. No. Have a new sex life by initiating exciting things, because we have children and we're staying with other people in our houses. Some of us cannot have sex in a kitchen, in the bathroom. We always have to have sex in a bedroom. We have to lock the door and make sure that it's locked so that children don't come and see us in action. But then if you know personally that you like it when you are in the kitchen or you're in the bedroom, sometimes take the kids to your mom's and make sure that you're all alone in the house so that you can have sex in the kitchen. Or just go out once a month so that you can, have a new experience. You are in a different atmosphere, you different environment and all that. So that's how you actually get to look forward to having sex. All right, and go to lodges that do not have TV or whatever and switch off your phones, guys. Switch off your phones and have sex. And the last thing, have sex more. Have a lot of sex. A lot of people are sexually frustrated, and some of the problems that we have, I think I've mentioned this before, some of the problems that we have is because we don't have sex enough. Sex is to connect us, as a man and a woman, to connect us, to feel another part of us which is beyond just the physical self. Okay, so go out and have more sex. Also learn what your partner likes and what they don't like. And sometimes You don't have to be selfish. Sometimes just say, today I'm going to satisfy my partner. And the more you satisfy them, then they say, today I am going to satisfy you. All right. So it's simple. Can you see how you have a new and exciting sex life? If you have been married for 10 years and you have been having sex at 9 o'clock and you have been having sex the way your husband or your wife wants it, can you believe 10 years down the line? No. And you need to initiate, guys. You need to initiate sex. If you feel like you have been the person who have been initiating sex, talk to your partner and say, baby, why are you not initiating sex? Why don't you touch me sometime? Why don't you look like you want to have sex with me? It's simple like that. If you're having any problems, go and see a therapist and talk openly about what you think your partner has been doing, that you guys are no longer having sex like you used to. Some people were indulged in sex before marriage, and after marriage their sex life just went like queen. Okay, some people got married as virgins and they were looking forward to having sex, and then they get into the sex life and they find out there's nothing, and their sex life just went like down the drain. So now I am encouraging you to have more sex, to learn more about your partner, to have sex in different environment, and sometimes even your bedroom. If your bed is looking at the north, sometimes just change your bedroom and it must look somewhere in the east, just to have a different environment. Right. Good. Yeah. So next time I'm going to be talking to a sex specialist, guys. I have been headhunting this guy, and I'm hoping that we're going to have a conversation with me as a woman and a man, so that we understand the needs that a man has and a woman has. All right, I'm looking forward to that. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because when this guy comes, you don't want to miss it out, girl. All right, bye.